So for the last week of the bootcamp, we decided to go back on the project of React to practice a little bit more the APIs, the get and post API. Here on login, we had to do an API that would give you a token that you would use for the other API if it was not if you put the right email that you have on Codebox here, customer one, and password 123. Unfortunately, I realized while trying to work on it later on that it doesn't work anymore. I thought maybe something happened with the code. I tried validation something and it was still there. So you need to put some kind of sort of email address with your password for it to kind of accept it, but it doesn't use navigate to put you home anymore and doesn't do anything. It doesn't even give you the authentication token. So I had to go back on Swagger and I realized that actually the server has a problem right now. Everything is course failure. Nothing of the API is working properly. So unfortunately I lost for the moment the ability to use the login, which was working perfectly, which usually once you put it, it would give you here, you would see in the console log for yourself, like having the token, and then it would use navigate the function, the React function, to put you right at home. So I had to change the API because of course issue, unfortunately, and I went back for a consolidation week. Problem with my API was that they weren't deployed. I think I had issues with that. So I had to ask some colleague to share their own API that were working, and I managed to get them. So if you logged in, let's say we logged in with customer one, this is a map of the customer one intervention list. So this customer only have 4. If you go in the Beaver to verify, you see that customer ID 1 has a couple, for example here, but that is active. He has maybe another one here who's inactive, here active, blah blah, and you continue. So pending basically are only those 4 that you see right here. Even here it's a string, which is not really a status, but you can see that one has more, but only 4 pending, and that is exactly what you see here, which are 50, 51, 53, exactly all those 4. So I took his get API, and here I had to switch the post API to a put API, where we just update. In this case, we do not create a new one. Since it hasn't been designed for it, what is not really good is you kind of have to remember the ID here to update it. So for example, if I say 50, I repaired whatever problem was there. I'll say, okay, now it's now active. So I update it, and then you don't feel anything, but it is here. You go back home, it is not here anymore. If you go in the Beaver to see if there's something wrong, you just refresh, and it is 50 active now. We can, let's say inactive. Let's try again. 51 inactive, 51 inactive. I update, go home, it is not here anymore, it's not pending. If you go in dbeaver just to verify, 51 is now inactive. Let's say we made a mistake, 51 is now having a problem, or no, even better, I don't know, which one is this one? Number 1, it's 7, okay? Which usually you wouldn't have to go on dbeaver, but 7. Let's say now 7 has a problem, and now his settings is pending. So you put pending, update, go home. Now 7 is here. So the put API works now. It doesn't have core issues, but it unfortunately doesn't use the token as well, since the login has broken up, and also it was not in the design of those 2 APIs. So that's what I did for the last week, and hopefully I'll be able to work a little bit on the login with another API or with one that is not broken. That's for my week.